are very fortunate to have Her Grace Kalasudha Mataji. Mataji is going to enlighten us on the topic of the nectarian mellows of Sri Namashtakam, session 5. Hare Krishna Mataji, are you present on the call?
Hare Krishna Mataji, please accept my humble obeisances. All glories to Srila Prabhupada and Srila Guru Maharajas.
Hare Krishna Mataji, Dandavat Pranam, all goes to Srila Prabhupada, all goes to Guru Maharaj. Thank you so much, Mataji, for giving your valuable time and association to us this morning and enlightening us on this topic, Namashtakam. I'll hand over the call to you, Mataji. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna, thank you very much for this opportunity. To all of you for being here on the call. It was really pleasure to chant japa with all of you. Thank you so much again to the organizers for giving us this opportunity. Om Ajnanatimirandhasya Jnananjana Shalakaya Chakshurun Militam Yena Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha. Namo Vishnu Padaya Krishna Pristhaya Bhutale Srimate Radhanatha Swami Niti Namine. Namo Vishnu Padaya Krishna Pristhaya Bhutale Srimate Jayapataka Swami Niti Namine. Namacharya Padaya Nitai Kripa Pradayine Gaurakatha Dhamadaya Nagaragramatarine. Namahom Vishnu Padaya Krishna Prishtaya Bhutale Srimate Bhakti Vedanta Swami Niti Namine. Namaste Saraswati Deve Gauravani Pracharine Nirvishesha Shunyavadi Paschatya Deshatarine. Jaya Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhara Srivasati Gaura Bhakta Vrinda. Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare. Mukam karoti vachalam pangur langayate girim yat kripatamaham vande Shri Gurung Dinatarinam Paramananda Madhavam Shri Chaitanya Ishwaram Hari Om Tat Sat. Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna to everyone online. It's a pleasure to read your sweet comments. Please accept my humble obeisances too to all of you. And we will have the final session of the Nectarian Mellows of Sri Namashtakam today. So we will continue on with the completion of reading Sri Namashtakam by Srila Rupa Goswami Pad, the 7th and the 8th verses, the final verses of Sri Namashtakam. Text 7. Sudita Shrita Janarti Rasaye Ramya Chit Ghana Sukha Swarupine Nama Gokula Mahotsavayate Krishna Purna Vapuse Namo Namaha. Translation. O perfect and complete holy name of Lord Krishna, you are the embodiment of delightful and intense spiritual bliss. You destroy the many sufferings of those who take shelter of you, and you are a festival of happiness for Gokul. I bow before you again and again. So here we are seeing that how the holy name is again and again, Srila Rupa Goswami Pad, he never leaves out an opportunity to glorify the completeness and the fullness of the holy name. That the holy name is perfect, it is complete. That there is no reason for us to doubt on this fact, That how in the Kalisantaran Upanishad, the Brihad Naradiya Puran, how they are repeatedly saying, that this holy name is the only way in this age of Kali, that there's no other way, no other way, no other way. When we say things that we want to stress, how we start our classes in the morning, we start by saying Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya 3 times. Anything important we want to say, we always say it 3 times. If we are saying it 3 times, it is that it is saying you're emphasizing it enough to emphasize the importance of that particular statement. If something is said 3 times, like how during marriages, even in Arabic, world, um, they say kubul hai 3 times. And even at the time of separation, if there at all is any separation, then they say that word 3 times, which means now there is separation. So that is how, strong the words of the Shastras are also. Shastra, it is said that if anything is said even once, that is powerful enough for us to follow for the rest of eternity. That is the power and the verdict of the Shastra. But if anything in the Shastra is said 3 times, we can imagine the amount of stress. For anything mundane, if you're saying it 3 times, there is so much stress. There's so much importance. But if anything in the Shastra, which normal things in the Shastra also has so much importance, then just imagine the importance of how much a statement will have if it is stated 3 times in the Shastra in the same place. Harir Nama, Harir Nama, Harir Namaiva Kevalam. This is the first 2 lines. The second 2 lines, Kalau Nastyeva, Nastyeva, Nastyeva Gatiranyatra. That, when we are saying that the holy name is the only way, the only way, the only way, it automatically implies that there is no other way, there is no other way, there is no other way. But still it is emphasized again in the last 2 lines, that there is no other way in this age of Kali. There is no other way, there is no other way. Srila Giriraj Swami Maharaj, he has been so merciful that, he has been doing Facebook Live Japa. When he chants the holy names, we all have the opportunity that we can log on and we can also chant japa with this dear servitor of Srila Prabhupada. He's such a powerful man. He's Srila Prabhupada's man, and chanting japa with him is such an intense privilege. And Srila Giriraj Maharaj, at the end of every round, he actually says and recites this particular verse. Harir Nama, Harir Nama, Harir Namaiva Kevalam, Kalau Nastyeva, Nastyeva, Nastyeva Gatiranyatra. And then he recites the Panchatattva mantra, and then he starts the Hare Krishna Mahamantra again. Why does he do that at the end of every round, at the beginning of every round? Why does he chant this particular mantra? So that our mind, which is, always, it tends to take the Mahamantra for granted. It tends to do that. But when we are constantly reminding our mind that this is a very special, very rare gift that has been awarded to us, it's a very special privilege that has been handed down to us, then, to be in that proper consciousness while we are chanting, we need to understand the importance of this holy name. And chanting this mantra again and again, that yes, this is the only mantra which will give us deliverance in this Kali Yuga. Reassuring our mind again and again is very important. It's very helpful, when we keep reciting this verse again and again. It brings us in the proper consciousness. It brings us in the proper, frame of mind to be able to accept the potency of the holy name, to allow the holy name to do its magic that it's supposed to do to us. We're accepting that. At least we're trying to accept that. So that's something very, very important. And here Srila Rupa Goswami Pad so beautifully is explaining in this 7th verse. He's addressing the holy name as, O perfect and complete holy name of Krishna. You are the embodiment of delight and intense spiritual bliss. Srila Prabhupada always made this statement, chant Hare Krishna and be happy. That if we chant Hare Krishna, then we are bound to be happy. There's no other way without us being happy. We will definitely be happy. We will definitely be delightful. We will definitely be in bliss if we are following the process properly. But if we are using our own mental speculation, if we are putting our limited understanding and not accepting things as they should be, then there, problems arise. That it is said that, Rupa Goswami Pada is saying here very clearly that the holy name has the potency to destroy the many sufferings of those who take shelter of the holy name. We can see time and again that how, I love to give this example because, Krishna, he's actually just waiting. It is said that Krishna is actually waiting. My parents are here, and my father was recently, he was giving a program, and he made a comment which stuck in my heart. He said that Krishna, he has said in the Bhagavad Gita, Sarva Dharman Parityajya Mamekam Sharanam Vraja. That how Krishna is instructing us, so many instructions in the Bhagavad Gita Krishna has given, and his final instruction, of course, Sarva Dharman Parityaja, that abandon all varieties of religion and just surrender unto me. Manmana bhava mad bhakta, offer your obeisances to me, become my devotee, always think of me. These are the instructions given to us by Krishna. But is the entire world following it? At least the human beings? Hardly. Just a few percentage. We are trying to follow. That too, we are not following 100%. We are trying to follow. But does Krishna get angry on us? That, oh, look, I am the Supreme Personality of Godhead. I am giving you this instruction and you are not following. You're sinful. You're all crazy. You're all hopeless. Does Krishna respond like that? No. Krishna is so loving. Krishna is so forgiving. Even though one moment we may surrender to Krishna, the next moment we can forget Krishna. We can. We do that. At least I do that. But Krishna, he's always forgiving. He's always very tolerant. He just tolerates us. And not only he just doesn't just tolerate us for the sake of tolerating, but he loves us unconditionally. That is called unconditional love. And here we are trying to develop that unconditional love towards Krishna, which Krishna is actually doing to us. But we are not reciprocating even 0.001%. Hardly we are reciprocating with him. But Krishna is very patient. Krishna is very tolerant. Krishna is very loving. He's our best friend. He never gets angry upon us. He's waiting very, very patiently. That one day at least we can tell Krishna, Krishna, I am yours, you are mine, please accept me as I am and uplift me and engage me in your service. That is the prayer of a sadhaka, of a genuine sadhaka. When we are able to tell Krishna in this way, that's what touches the heart of Krishna. That statement touches the heart of Krishna, and Krishna immediately, he responds. Because Krishna is waiting. He is waiting for us to look towards him. Krishna is always waiting like this. When will this soul look at me? When will this soul start chanting intensely so I can do my magic? Please, my dear soul, come to me. Krishna is waiting like this. But because of all of our anarthas, because of all of our, crazy material tendencies, we forget this merciful nature of Krishna. Although when we, for me personally, I can say that when I'm probably in the association of devotees, or when I'm in this Bhakti Sangha conference call, in the association of elevated personalities like yourselves, when I'm doing, when Krishna allows me to do some devotional service, when he allows me to chant the holy name, maybe sometime I can have little bit of, feeling that yes, Krishna, I want to surrender to you. But that feeling of having that kind of feeling throughout the day, 24/7, that is the practice of a sadhaka. That is how we can become dear to Krishna, when we start sincerely practicing. Sincerity in devotional practice is the way that, makes us recipients of Krishna's mercy. Sincerity, simplicity. Krishna gets attracted to such, godly qualities. How can we develop such qualities? Because Krishna is just waiting. Like in this beautiful example of Draupadi, which I never tire to give. Draupadi tried so many avenues when she was brought into the Kuru assembly. She tried so many places, every place, in fact. She knocked every door. She knocked the virtue of every personality. That I'm like your daughter, Dronacharya. Please help me. Oh Bhishma Pitama, please help me. Oh Maharaj Dhritarashtra, please help me. Oh assembly, the esteemed assembly of the Kurus, please help me. My powerful husbands, 5 husbands. All 5 of them she went to, individually, personally. But yet they could not do. None of them could come up forward and help Mother Draupadi. And when everything else failed, she herself tried to save her own dignity. But she was less powerful. She had less strength than the Shasana. So when she realized that she is not capable of saving herself, what did she do? She lifted her hand in surrender and said, Hey Govinda, hey Krishna, please help me. And Krishna was saying that, my dear Draupadi, later Krishna mentioned that, my dear Draupadi, I wish you would have just called me before. I was waiting. Krishna never comes if we don't call upon him. Why? Why should he come? Why should he interfere in our own free will? That's not love. Krishna is standing very patiently until and unless he sees that we really want Krishna's, signature in our life. He is waiting patiently. But this does not mean that God doesn't have a heart, that Krishna doesn't have a heart. He is actually waiting for us to call upon him. And as soon as we call upon him, he never wastes a single moment. As soon as Mother Draupadi said, Hey Govinda, hey Krishna, although Krishna's personality was in Dwarka, but Krishna's abhinatvam nama namino, that the Nam is non-different from the personality of Godhead. That is the potency of the Nam. That is the potency of the holy name. It is complete. It is perfect. So as soon as Mother Draupadi said, Hey Krishna, hey Govinda, Krishna appeared and saved her dignity. Didn't waste even a moment. Similar incident happened again in the life of Mother Draupadi when they were exiled into the forest, and Duryodhana, using his trickery, he actually sent Durvasa Muni along with his 10,000 of disciples to the forest and said that, oh, Yudhishthir Maharaj and the Pandavas and Draupadi, they're all in the forest. You should go with your thousands of disciples and they'll take care of you. Durvasa Muni said, Yes, yes, yes. I will go and give my blessings to Maharaj Yudhishthir. I will do that. And they arrived at such a point when it was late in the afternoon. So it is said that Draupadi had one patra or a pot, which was called as Akshay Patra, that she had got a benediction that till the time that she herself eats, that pot would not stop giving anna, or foodstuff. That was the magic of that pot. But at the moment that she finishes eating, then for that day, that pot would stop giving any more food. So Durvasa Muni and everyone had arrived. She would actually, Draupadi Mataji, she would serve her husbands first. And then after everyone would finish eating, if there were any sadhus or anybody, the Pandavas would serve them also. Then they would themselves eat. And then after everybody would eat, then Draupadi, late in the afternoon, she would, take a little bit of prasad. And as soon as she would take, then she would clean out the pot and be done for the day. So Duryodhana knew about this. So he told Durvasa Muni, gave them a specific time that you go around this time, that will be the best time that Draupadi and the Pandavas will be able to welcome you. That was how envious Duryodhana was. He wanted to put the Pandavas into trouble. So then, when Draupadi had finished eating for the day, at that moment, Durvasa Muni walked in with all of his thousands of disciples. And Yudhishthir Maharaj and all the Pandavas, they were like, what are we going to do? What are we going to do? Then Yudhishthir Maharaj said that, okay, take them. He told Bhima that, let's welcome them and tell them, okay, go into the river and take a bath and come back and we'll arrange for your prasad. So all the, rishis, the disciples of Durvasa Muni, they all went, along with Durvasa Muni, they went to take bath and to get ready to come and honor a big feast that Maharaj Yudhishthir's wife, Mother Draupadi, would cook for them. But they didn't have anything. And Draupadi and everyone were crying that what are we going to do? Because if there is no food, there is no prasad, then everyone knows the anger of Durvasa Muni. What is going to happen? We are already in this kind of misery. We do not want to anger a devotee of the Lord. What do we do? So, Draupadi, she took that Akshay Patra and she just said, "Hey Krishna." And immediately, Krishna appeared in that hut. Krishna came. He personally was present. And then, he came and he sat down and he was like, oh, Draupadi was actually by Krishna. She used to be called as Krishna, like in a form of addressing her very lovingly. Krishna would address Mother Draupadi as my dear Krishna. Krishna means one who is dear of Krishna, or one who is very, very beloved of Krishna. So Krishna would address Draupadi as Krishna, and he said, "Oh Krishna, my stomach is growling. I'm really, really hungry. Can you give me something?" So then Draupadi started crying even more, and then he said, "Why are you crying?" He said, "I don't have anything. My pot is empty. What can I offer you, my dear Krishna? I don't have anything." Krishna said, look in some corner of that pot. Is there even one grain of rice? Something is there. Then Draupadi started digging and she found one small grain of rice. And she said, "Kanha, I have this little one small grain of rice. You eat half and satisfy your hunger, and the rest of the half you satisfy the hunger of the entire world." And hearing that statement, Krishna took that grain and he put it in his mouth. Then Krishna went, as soon as Krishna gave that sigh of, his appetite getting full, all the sages, there's thousands and thousands of disciples of Durvasa Muni himself, they all became similarly satisfied, just like Krishna. Because Draupadi said that you take half and feed the other half to the rest of the world. So Krishna did that. So it is not how much quantity we are offering to Krishna, but what is the quality with which we are offering to Krishna. That is what is seen by Krishna. Draupadi, she just offered one grain of rice to Krishna. What is that in quantity? Nothing. Does one grain of rice, can it ever satiate one's hunger? Never. But with Krishna, he is absolute. That one grain of rice not only satisfied Krishna, but it satisfied the entire world. And it satisfied Durvasa Muni and his disciples to such an extent that they just actually left from that place, because the disciples, everyone, they came out of the river after taking bath and said, "My dear Guru Maharaj, we are all feeling so, no hunger anymore. What are we going to eat? If we go to the house of, to the kutia, the hut of the Pandavas, they are, they were like the kings, so they might have some great feast for us, but we are so full, we can't eat even one grain. There's no room for even drinking water. We are so full." So Durvasa Muni said, "Yeah, me too, me too. So let's just go from here. Let's just leave from here." And they left. That is Krishna. That how Krishna is Bhavagrahi Janardana. That Krishna's holy name, as soon as we call out Krishna, he appears, he manifests. If we have that faith in the completeness and the perfectness of the holy name, then Krishna will manifest as soon as we call upon him. There's no doubt about that. But the lack is not in the appearance of Krishna, but the lack is in the devotion with which we are calling upon him. That is what we are lacking in. And this particular verse of Srila Rupa Goswami is putting us in that consciousness that when we chant the holy name, let us try to lovingly call out to the holy name. That Krishna, just like you appeared, in one calling of Mother Draupadi, you would come. One calling of your loving devotees, you would manifest. Krishna, please, I'm begging you that please appear in front of my eyes and allow me to see you. That we know that with this mundane vision, we can never see you. Just like it is said in Brahma Samhita, that unless our eyes are anointed with the salve of love, we cannot see the manifestation of Krishna. We cannot envision Krishna. So only when our eyes are anointed with the salve of love of Krishna Prema, then we can see Krishna eye to eye. Premanjana Sharita Bhakti Vilochanena Shanta Sadaiva Hridayeshu Vilokayanti Yam Shama Sundaram Achintya Gunaswarupam Govindamadi Purusham Tamaham Bhajami Tamaham Bhajami. That only when our eyes are anointed with the salve of love of Krishna, then we can see Krishna eye to eye. And that day will come. Our acharyas have experienced it. Srila Prabhupada, he would, one day on a morning walk, Srila Prabhupada was given a statement that, who has seen God? And Srila Prabhupada just stopped and he said to his disciples, have you taken the statistics of the entire world? How do you know if anybody has seen God or not? There could be somebody who has seen God and we don't know about it. So Srila Prabhupada, he would say that it is not difficult for us to see Krishna. It's actually not difficult if we follow the process. And how can we see Krishna? How can we actually have an eye-to-eye contact with Krishna? By acting in such a way that Krishna manifests in front of our eyes. He actually comes and sees that, oh, who is this person who is trying to serve me so sincerely? Who is trying to serve my devotees so sincerely? Let me see who that person is. When Krishna develops a desire to see us, that's when we will be allowed to see him. That is the secret of seeing Krishna. That is the secret of being in the presence of Krishna. And that can come when we realize that the holy name of Krishna is non-different from the personality of Krishna. Abhinnatvam nama namino. That Krishna is non-different. When we are saying Krishna, he is manifesting on our tongue. So we will move to the last verse of Sri Namashtakam. Narada vinna jivana sudhormi niryasa madhuri pura tvam Krishna nama kamam sfurame rasane rasine sada. Translation: O Krishna Nam, O inspiration of Narada's Veena, you are full of sweetness, which is like an ocean of waves of nectar. If you wish, please appear constantly on my tongue, along with transcendental affection for the Lord. This is the ultimate prayer to the holy name. This is the ultimate prayer. That this is the consciousness that we need to have. This is the prayer that we need to make. This last verse of Sri Namashtakam is the prayer that we need to make to the holy name. That please appear on my tongue. And if you so desire, if you are happy with my sincere efforts to try and taking your name, then I'm begging you that please appear constantly on my tongue, along with having some kind of affection for the Lord. That only the holy name can give us this particular effect. You know, my Prabhu, the other day he was telling me a very beautiful, you know, very beautiful quote. And it's not a quote really, but it's a statement that Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, he has said that, you know, of course we know that when we have to surrender to Krishna, that there are lots of conditions. You know that Krishna says, abandon all varieties of religion and surrender unto me, then I'll take care of you. I'll free you from all kinds of danger. I'll take care of you. But with Mahaprabhu, we generally know the principle that Mahaprabhu is not putting any condition, that he doesn't have any condition for us to accept the holy name. He's not putting any condition. He's giving the holy name to us freely. But there's one little, I won't say it's a catch, but it's a statement. And here's the statement. Mahaprabhu says, Enechi Aushodhi Maya, Nashi Baro Lagi, Harinama Mahamantra, Lao Tumi Mangi. Srila Bhaktivinoda Thakur, in this beautiful bhajan of his, Jeev Jago, Gora Chandra Bole, in that he's saying, Enechi Aushodhi Maya, Nashi Baro Lagi, Harinama Mahamantra, Lao Tumi Mangi. The Mahaprabhu was saying that I have brought this Harinam Mahamantra. This is an Aushadhi. Enechi Aushadhi Maya Nashi Lagi. That I have brought a medicine which can counteract the ill effects of Maya. That if you want to destroy Maya, I have brought the medicine with me to counteract the disease of Maya. Enechi Aushadhi Maya Nashi Lagi. That can counteract the ill effects of Maya. I have brought that medicine with me. Harinama Mahamantra, Lao Tumi Mangi. That what is that medicine? That is the Harinam, the Hare Krishna Mahamantra that I have brought with me. And what do you have to do? I'm giving it to you. All you have to do is beg for it from me. Lao Tumi Mangi. Mangi means you have to ask for it. You have to beg for it. You have to really desire it. That yes, I want the holy name. I want to chant the Hare Krishna Mahamantra. Mahaprabhu, please, I'm begging at your lotus feet, please give me the holy name. Only when we beg, then Mahaprabhu will give. Nityananda Prabhu is, of course, more merciful. That to Jagai and Madhai, they were not even begging. But Nityananda Prabhu is begging them that, my dear Jagai and Madhai, please accept. We are all worse than Jagai and Madhai. At least I am. So our hope is Lord Nityananda. There's no doubt about it. But at the same time, we have to beg. We have to beg Panchatattva. We have to beg at the lotus feet of Lord Nityananda that please, please allow me to chant the holy names. And when we beg in this way, then the holy name has its ultimate effect. Then that day was not far away when we will be able to truly realize what is, the sweetness in chanting the holy name. Then the day will come when we will, not be able to stop the flickering of our tongue in vibrating the holy names of Krishna. We'll be able to chant constantly. That is our desire, that is our hope, that is our aspiration, that by being pleased with our genuine sincerity, that the holy name will constantly appear on our tongue. That is the perfectional state. And here there is a talk. Srila Rupa Goswami is talking about the transcendental spaceman, Srila Narad Muni. Narad Muni is roaming around the entire creation. He is the traveling transcendental spaceman. And he is traveling, singing, Narad Muni bajai bina Radhika Ramana name. He's constantly chanting the names of Radhika and Raman. And he is traveling the entire creation. And while he's traveling, he is chanting Radhika Raman. And whoever he's coming in contact with, he's delivering them by giving them this Krishna Nam. That is the glory of Narad Muni. In fact, Narad Muni has a disciple in every species of life, starting from an embryo to a snake to a kid to anybody. You can see in any species of life, Narad Muni has a disciple there. That's the glory of Narad Muni. Such a merciful personality. And we are so fortunate, in the Brahma Madhva Gaudiya Vaishnava Sampradaya, all of us who are in this tradition of Srila Prabhupada, that we have these personalities as our predecessing acharyas, our predecessors. They are our acharyas. We follow the tenets given by Srila Narad Muni in our devotional practices, given in Narada Bhakti Sutras. We are so fortunate. So Narad Muni one day, he went to Krishna. And Narad Muni went and told Krishna, my dear Krishna, can you tell me? I know the glories of, I realize the glories of chanting your holy names, but I really want to know what is the actual, if anybody asks me that, okay, tell me right now in a few words, what is the effect of chanting the Hare Krishna Mahamantra? What should I say to them? So then Krishna said, oh, you want an answer to that? No problem. Do one thing. Go down to the material world. There's a butterfly there. Krishna gave the exact geographical locations, longitude, latitude, everything, and said, there's a butterfly there. Go and whisper in the butterfly's ear my holy name. Go and say Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Go and whisper in the butterfly's ear. So Narad Muni, he came down to the exact location. He saw that there was a butterfly who was sitting on a little, sunflower and sucking the nectar. Narad Muni went to it and said, whispered, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. And that butterfly who was sucking the nectar immediately died. And Narad Muni said, oh Krishna, what have I done? He just ran back to Krishna, came to Golok Vrindavan and said, Krishna, you know what happened? I said your holy name. That butterfly instantly died. So then Krishna said, now do you understand? He said, no, I don't even want to understand. This is dangerous. What is the effect? Did I really kill that butterfly? And Krishna said, don't worry, Narada. Do one thing. You've still not understood the effect. So what I want you to do is that go down again to this geographical location, and there's a deer over there. Go and whisper the Hare Krishna Mahamantra in the ear of that deer. So Narad Muni, he is an ardent follower of Krishna. Anything that Krishna would say, Narad Muni would immediately carry out. So then Narad Muni said, "All right, my lord, I'll go." So he came to that exact location. He saw there was a deer who was galloping down, up and down in the forest. And then Narad Muni went near the deer and whispered, "Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare." As soon as the words entered the ear of the deer immediately left its body. Immediately died on the spot. And Narad Muni was like, "Oh, Krishna, Krishna, what am I doing? I'm killing people around the world. I'm killing people in different species of life. What am I doing? What is Krishna making me do?" He ran back to Krishna and said, "Krishna, what are you making me do? I asked you the effect of the holy name. You're making me go kill around, making me the killer of these living entities. What are you trying to do?" Krishna smiled and said, "Narada, one more time I want you to go. There's this king. In his palace, one of his queens just gave birth to a very beautiful, prince. So go. There's a newborn prince. Go and whisper the holy name in his ear." Narad Muni said, "Krishna, please, I am your servitor. Don't make me do this atyachar. This king, he's been wanting a son for so many years. I know that king, but he's never been getting a son. And now today you're saying that his desire is finally fulfilled. And you want me to go and whisper the holy name in his ear? And so that he dies? No, no, Krishna, don't make me do this." Krishna said, "Trust me, Narada, go and do it." So Narad Muni didn't say another word. When Krishna said, "Trust me," he had to come. So Narad Muni came into that palace and he was like, "Radhika Raman." He was playing on his veena and he was going, "Radhika Raman, Radha." He was scared. What's going to happen now? And then the king saw Narad Muni and he said, "Oh, my dear Narad Muni, you are here. I'm so happy. Look what has happened today. I have been blessed. I've been blessed with my crown prince. My crown prince is born today. I'm so happy, Narada. Please come, please come." And then the king welcomed Narad Muni, washed his lotus feet, and Narad Muni was like, "Now you're washing my lotus feet. I don't know, after I say the Mahamantra, what and all you will wash off my body. I don't know what's going to happen." Narad Muni was in utter tension. And then the king summoned his newly born baby, the crown prince, to be brought in the audience of Narad Muni and said, "Narad Muni, my dear spiritual master, please bless my newborn child. Bless the crown prince." And Narad Muni, at that time, his heartbeat was beyond any count. He was so anxious. So then Narad Muni took the child in his hands, and in his ear, Narad Muni whispered, "Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare." And to everybody's surprise, to the surprise of Narad Muni, that one day young baby immediately sat up in the hand of Narad Muni, opened its eyes, and started talking. Everyone was shocked. What's happening? What is this magic? And that child said, "My dear Narad Muni, I am not dead. Don't worry, I am alive. You remember that butterfly who died as soon as you whispered the holy name?" Narad Muni was nodding in surprise. "What? Yes, yes, I do remember." Then that baby said, "You remember that deer in whose ears you chanted the holy names?" Narad Muni nodded. He said, "Yes. What's that got to do with you, my dear child?" He said, "I am that soul that when you chanted the Hare Krishna Mahamantra in my ear as a butterfly, I was immediately promoted to the deer form of life. And from the deer, when you came and chanted again, I immediately got a human form of life. To get a human form of life is not easy. We have to go through the 8 million species of life to come to the level of entering into the zone of the 400,000 species of human life." So that soul said that you made me transgress all of that. I didn't have to go through the 8 million forms of life. because you chanted the holy name in my ear. And then from butterfly, I got direct promotion to the deer form. From deer, I directly became a child of the king. That's the benefit. And now I remember all of that. And by your mercy, because now you initiated me by whispering the holy name in my ear, you have initiated me. So I want to perfect this life of mine. In this very lifetime, I wish to return back home, back to Godhead, and develop Krishna Prem. My dear spiritual master, please bless me. And Narad Muni, gave his blessings to the child. He came back to Krishna, prostrated fell like a stick in front of Krishna and said, "My dear Krishna, you are so merciful. But more merciful than you is your holy name. That your holy name has the power to transgress the laws of material nature." That is the potency of Krishna's holy name. Laws of material nature don't act when the Supreme Personality of Godhead's name can work. When the name starts acting, then the laws of material nature don't act upon that person. Urukrama Vikramanye. That when Urukrama is working, when Krishna works, then the laws of material nature do not act upon that person. That is the verdict of the Srimad Bhagavatam. So here we are seeing that how Srila Rupa Goswami Pad is really, really trying to put us in this consciousness that this ocean of nectarian sweetness is this chanting of the holy names. That Krishna Nam is a ocean of sweetness, and we want to be able to do like you want to do wave riding, you want to do go deep diving, whatever we want to do, we should be able to do when we are chanting the holy names and we are in the ocean of the loving waves of Krishna Prem. That can manifest. And here, Rupa Goswami Pad, he is telling the holy name that if you so desire, that if you wish, if you feel that you are pleased with me, then please constantly appear on my tongue. We are begging the holy name. We are begging that please, please appear on my tongue. And the easiest way to do that, the most effective way to do that, is when we call out to the Panchatattva. When we call out to Panchatattva, they are so merciful because they are the ones who brought this holy name. This Aushadhi, this medicine for this holy name is brought by Mahaprabhu. So if we seek shelter of the doctor who has given that medicine, then that medicine has its ultimate effect. So that is why Srila Prabhupada recommended that before we start chanting Hare Krishna, we should chant the Panchatattva Mahamantra also. We should chant the Panchatattva mantra. Jaya Shri Krishna Chaitanya, Prabhu Nityananda, Shri Advaita Gadadhara, Shrivasadi Gaura Bhakta Vrinda. When we chant this Panchatattva Mahamantra, we are in that proper consciousness of receiving the sweetness of Krishna's holy names. We get ready to start welcoming Krishna and his associate into the region of our heart. So as I said last week, that we have a special conclusion to this session. I will try to do something that it's a request to all of you, that I know we may be doing many things while we are listening, but I request you to please try to sit down in one place and just try, because we'll try to do a meditation session where we are trying and requesting the holy names to come and appear in the region of our heart. It is said in the Padma Purana that Nama Chintamani Krishnas Chaitanya Rasa Vigraha Purna Shuddho Nitya Mukto Bhinnatvam Naman Abhinnatvam Nama Namino. That the holy name of Krishna is transcendentally blissful. It bestows all spiritual benedictions, for it is Krishna himself who is the reservoir of all pleasure. That Krishna's name is complete. and it is the form of all transcendental mellows. So when we realize this, when we are able, when Krishna allows us to realize this particular statement given in the Padma Purana, then we can, start to chant and relish the holy name the way it should be. So, with this mood, begging at the lotus feet of Srila Prabhupada, begging at the lotus feet of our Guru Vargas, begging at the lotus feet of Lord Nityananda, the Panchatattva, Sri Gauranga Mahaprabhu, let us try to make a situation in our heart so that Krishna chooses to make our heart his permanent residence, that he can reside in the region of our heart, and he chooses to make it his residence and never leave that place. That is our desire. That is the mood with which we can chant the holy names. So here's a vision for all of us. It personally helps me while I chant my japa. So I thought I can share this vision with everyone. Um, that that Krishna, when we are chanting Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. This beautiful Mahamantra is actually entering through the tunnel of our ears. And that deep, dark tunnel that goes down from our ear, it goes down all the way to the region of our heart. Our heart right now is completely dark. It is full of cobwebs. It's a dirty place. Not at all fit for anybody to reside in. Forget Krishna. So our heart needs to get cleansed. And the way to cleanse our heart, this is the only way, that this sound vibration of the Hare Krishna Mahamantra, when it enters through our ears, it travels through our ears and it goes through the tunnel of our ears to the region of our heart. This Mahamantra, the sound vibrations are so powerful. It actually helps in cleansing each and every nook and corner of our heart. And the more we chant with that intensity, with that love, that Krishna, please, I'm begging you, please, please allow me to cleanse my heart. Allow me to please, please make this effect of Cheto Darpana Marjanam, so that we can have, one day we can realize Anandam Buddhivardhanam Pratipadam. Right now, when we chant the holy names, it is Nirananda, that we are chanting out of force. We are chanting out of pressure. We are chanting out of promise to our spiritual master. But if we can chant with intensity, if we can chant with feeling, if we can chant that, hoping for that day that we can chant with love, then the holy name will start having its effect upon us. And then that day is not far when the holy name, we can see that the sound vibrations are starting to cleanse all the cobwebs in our heart. They're getting cleaned away. They're getting, pulled down. The thick, thick layers of dust that is there, accumulated in every corner of our heart is getting pulled away. And we are constantly never giving up our chanting. If needed, when we are doing a maha cleaning, when we start cleaning the dust starts getting all over the house. So we take precaution. What precautions we take? We close our mouth and our nose so that the dust doesn't enter. But we keep cleaning, we keep cleaning. So this precaution of closing our mouth and closing our nose so that the dust doesn't enter our nose, that is how we are engaging ourselves in service in the association of devotees. That is the protection that we take. So when we take shelter of that kind of protection of the association of devotees and rendering service in the loving association of like-minded devotees, then We keep cleaning in that situation. We just keep cleaning, cleaning, cleaning every nook and corner of our heart. Then one day we see that, we literally have a golden singhasan, a golden throne that is there in the region of our heart. But it is right now covered with layers and layers of thick dust, accumulated not only from this lifetime, but from lifetimes previously. And we keep cleaning, we keep polishing, only with the power of the vibrations, the sound vibrations of the holy names. We keep polishing, we keep cleaning. And then slowly, slowly, the luster of the golden throne starts manifesting. And then we see that the walls are coming back to its original color, the walls of our heart, the flooring of our heart. It's all getting cleansed. We can now see, we are polishing it to such an extent that we can see our own reflection in the floor. It's so nice and shining. The throne, the golden throne in our heart is now bright and effulgent. And it's so bright that it is actually giving out its effulgence all over. So the dark, deep, dark region of our heart is now bright. It is illuminated. And at that time, we welcome Krishna and his beloved consort, Srimati Radharani. We welcome them, that my dear Krishna, my dear Srimati Radharani, my heart is right now getting cleansed, and I'm begging you that please come and reside in the throne of my heart and make it your permanent residence. Please do not leave. Because if you leave, then dust will start accumulating again. And I promise that I will keep cleaning. I will not stop even for one moment. I promise you that. But please come and reside in the region of my heart. Please don't go away. Make my heart your permanent address, your permanent residence. That is the prayer of a sadhaka. So when we chant the holy name with this mood, then Srimati Radharani and Sri Krishna have no other way other than making our heart their permanent residence. You know how Krishna is actually waiting for us to say this to him. Krishna is actually waiting. Srimati Radharani, she is creating so many situations, so many circumstances, so that we can make this prayer to them. This is their desire. But we get caught up in other small, small things. And we neglect this particular statement, to make this statement to the divine couple. And when we are approaching Radha and Krishna, we never approach them directly. We approach them through Sri Nityananda Prabhu, who is the original spiritual master. We approach them through Mahaprabhu, Gauranga Mahaprabhu, who is non-different from Radha and Krishna. We approach them through all our previous acharyas, through our very own dear Srila Prabhupada, who is our primary Shiksha Guru for all of us in ISKCON. Because if it was not for Srila Prabhupada, we would not be sitting here today. Jodi Prabhupada na hoito, tobe ki hoito. E jibon dhorito kishe. That what would happen if Srila Prabhupada would not have come? How would we be even having this discussion? Srila Jayapataka Maharaj says this. It's a fact. If it was not for Srila Prabhupada, where in hell we would be, we do not know. At least I can say that for myself. I don't know where I would be. I would be in some deep, dark corner of hell, rotting away. And Srila Prabhupada's dearmost sons, our Guru Vargas, they have picked us up from that rotten filth. But when we are picked up from a filthy place, we still have some filth that we were immersed in, and this Mahamantra is cleansing us. So with this vision, we seek shelter of the lotus feet of our spiritual master, of the lotus feet of Srila Prabhupada, of the lotus feet of Sri Nityananda Ram, of the lotus feet of Gauranga Mahaprabhu, and with the aspiration that our Bhakti Lata Bij, that has been sown in our heart, that it will grow, 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 and one day it will seek shelter at the lotus feet of Shri Shri Radha and Krishna, and the pure love of Godhead will blossom in the form of the most beautiful flower which can be offered at the lotus feet of Sri Sri Radha Gopinath Ji. That is the aspiration of a sadhaka. So here even we can see, I will end with one of my favorite verses of the Gopi Geet, that where the gopis are saying that, "O my beloved Krishna, your all auspicious appearance vanquishes the distress of those living in Vraja's forests. Our minds long for your association. Please give to us just a bit of that medicine which counteracts the disease in your devotees' hearts." This is the 18th verse of Sri Gopi Gita. We see that even the gopis are talking about a medicine that, Srimati Radharani taking, the Krishna taking the mood of Srimati Radharani has brought for us in the form of Gauranga Mahaprabhu through this holy name. That is the medicine that the gopis are also talking about. That please give to us just a little bit of that medicine, which has the power to counteract the disease in your devotees' hearts. Vrajavanaukasam vyaktirangate vrijinahantryalam vishwamangalam त्यजमनाक्षनास् त्वत्स्पृहात्मनां स्वजनहृद्रुजां यन्निषूदनम्. So the way the gopis are begging, that please, please, Krishna, you are actually there, but allow us to realize that you are there. And allow us to taste that medicine so that you can come once we are freed from that disease that we are undergoing. By taking that medicine, then our heart will be ready for you to come and reside in it. That is the aspiration with which we can chant the Hare Krishna Maha Mantra and beg to the holy name to manifest its completeness, for us to be able to realize the completeness and the perfectness of the holy names. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Srila Prabhupada ki jai, Sri Hare Krishna Maha Mantra ki jai. ISKCON Vartaman Guru Vrinda ki jai. Jai Nitai Gaur Sitanath Premanande. Hari Hari Bol. If there's any questions, comments, or reflections, we can take that now. Thank you very much. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna Mataji, thank you so much for wonderful class. If anybody have any questions, please go ahead. Hare Krishna Mataji, Koti Koti Dandat Param, as usual. Such a wonderful, deep devotional class. Mataji, not only in the words, but it's touch in the heart that how we have to do our japa. Like me, do japa for fear and praises to my Guru Maharaj and take a vow for my Guru Maharaj. But you explained that you will have to do a japa very, very attentively from bottom of the heart for the praiser of Lord Krishna and Srimati Radharani. You have given me such a nice example of Narad Muni, the bumblebees, and after that the deer and the small kids. And Mataji, how Punarapi Jananam, Punarapi Manam. And Mataji, you also explained me Narad Muni doing japa as Radharani, something you sing very nicely, Mataji. Can you sing again? Radharani, Radharani, Radharani Pranam. And all the Mataji, we have to fit what is our posture when we are doing japa. And all small technique, Mataji, small thing is it's work, Mataji. Thank you very much. Dhanwad pranam, Til Prabhupada, Til Gurudev ji ke, Shishi Kopi ki Taki ke. Please sing whatever you want to sing, Mataji. Koti koti Dhanwad pranam to your sincere Shiva.
Jai. Vrinda Gopika Mataji, all glories to you. Your sincere devotion always inspires me. So thank you. The song that is told about Narad Muni is Narada Muni Bajai Bina Radhika Ramana Name. That Narad Muni is always playing on his veena, his transcendental veena, by singing Radhika Raman. Narada Muni Bajai Bina Radhika Ramana Name. That's the song. That's a very beautiful Vaishnava song. Thank you. Hare Krishna.
Narada Muni Bajaya Bina Radhika Ramana. Jai Ho.
Hare Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna Mataji, Dhanwad pranam. Very nice class, Mataji. I have a question.
Yes.
So you are telling that when we are cleansing our heart, the dust will be all around. Then we are going to cover our nose and mouth and avoid the dust to come inside again. But what about the others, Mataji, like who are around us? They will be affected, right, with the dust?
Well, everyone who is actually in that devotee association, have you ever done spring cleaning in your own house? So whoever does spring cleaning or any cleaning, they are all given some cleaning equipment, right? So everyone is given some gear also to protect themselves, some gloves to wear, some masks. All of that is given because anytime we do any cleaning, we have to protect ourselves. So that's why I said that when we are chanting in the association of devotees, it means that that association will also have everyone with that protection, you know. So and that is the protection that everyone is having, and that's way we stay. That way we stay. All of us stay protected, and those who do not have that protection, we give them that protection by giving them the holy name, um, by giving them that that protection. We give them all of that. So that is our duty. That is the way we share Krishna consciousness. That is, our duty to Srila Prabhupada, to all of our spiritual masters, to all of our previous acharyas. That is our prerogative. That we have to give that same protection to anyone who we come in touch with. And that protection can come in the form of devotee association, by giving them the books of Srila Prabhupada, by giving them Krishna Prasadam. All of this is protection. Right?
Yeah. Thank you so much, Mataji, for explaining it very well.
Thank you. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna, Mataji, Dhanwad pranam, all the Krishna Prabhupada and Guru Maharaj.
Jai Sachi Pran
Beautiful
Prabhu.
class.
Hare
A
Krishna.
lot of wonderful points.
Thank
There
you.
are 2 points that that struck to my heart, Mataji. The first one is Srila Giriraj Maharaj chanting Hare Nama Eva Kevalam. That was during the chanting after every round to remind our mind that this Harinam is the only solution.
Yes.
That was to repeatedly tell the mind that this is the only solution. That was very nice point, Mataji.
Yes.
And then the second one about cleaning. We are in the process of chanting, we're actually cleaning. But then at the same time, if we continue to fill dirt, our cleaning will not be effective. So we have to stop taking in the dirt and continue the cleaning process so that one day we can relish chanting. Thank you very much, Mataji.
Thank you, Prabhu. Thank you. All glories to your sincere devotion. Your devotional service is very inspiring to me. So thank you so much for your sincerity. Thank you. Any other questions?
Hare Krishna Mataji, such a beautiful session, Mataji, meditation and all the Narada Muni story and everything. Such a beautiful, and even Draupadi story. Everything, Mataji, such a beautiful way you explain it. It was so nice, Mataji. Meditation alone really helped me a lot, how to, concentrate on mantra and how we can progress by chanting the Hare Krishna Mahamantra. Really helped me a lot, Mataji. Thank you so much for such a beautiful session. Hare Krishna.
Thank you so much, Ma. Thank you. I'm just trying to share whatever I have heard, repeating like a mindless parrot, and I beg all of you that one day I'll also be able to join all of you in the nectarian dive that all of you are already in. So take me along with all of you. That's my prayer to all of you. Thank you. Okay.
Nobody have any question? Can we end the call here?
Well, before ending,
Mataji, just a second. Mataji, Koti Dandat Pranam. You are very special shawl, Mataji. There is something in your heart that, and the special mercy of Srila Prabhupada, special mercy of Gurudev, that whatever you teach us, it touch too hard. And when we explain to our family member and our colleagues and Vaishnava, and they also cry. So that is the potency in your Katha, Mataji. Hari Bol.
that is the potency in your hearing.
Mataji, thank you so much. That's so true what Mataji has said. Thank you, Mataji. Hare Krishna for sharing that. Yes, Mataji, even I feel like that. Hari Bol, Mataji. Yes, so true, Mataji. Your classes are like that. It melts our heart like this. It's like a stone. It's slowly getting Mataji to shape. Thank you so much, Mataji. Hare Krishna.
Well, Vrinda Gopika Mataji and dearest Vinaya, my dear Vrinda Gopika Mataji, I don't know. It's actually the potency of your hearing, the sincerity of your hearing, that you are so attached to hearing Krishna Katha that even a fool like me is speaking, some effect is happening, but it is actually the sincerity of your hearing. It's got nothing to do with me. So I'm very, very grateful to you.
Mataji is right. It smells the heart of all Vaishnava because we hear the Krishna Katha from pure Vaishnava. Thank you, Mataji, for your seva. No words to your seva.
Hare Krishna. And I really want to specially thank the devotees online for your beautiful comments. I don't deserve them. But whatever you are seeing, all I can say is I'm just a mirror. You are seeing your own reflection. That's all I can say. And thank you all so much. So before we end the call, Vardhana Mataji, if I may be allowed to honor Vrinda Gopika Mataji's request, if that's okay.
Sure, Mataji.
Thank you. So Vrinda Gopika Mataji, I want to sing for you today two of my favorite verses from Sri Gopi Geet. Pranatadehinam papakarshanam trinacharanugam Sriniketanam Phaniphanarpitam te padambujam Krinukucheshuna Grindhirichayam Madhuraya gira Valguvakyaya Buddhamanognaya Pur पुष्करे क्षणा विधिकरी रिमा वीरमुयति अधरसिधुना प्यायस्वना। जय श्री गोपी गीत की जय।
Hare Krishna, Kalasudha, very, very wonderful presentation, explanation, and make us understanding. Thank you very much. Hare Krishna.
Thank you, Kaumudiki Mataji. Thank you. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much for wonderful melody. Thank you very much, Dash, and we are very grateful. We look forward for your explanation. If nobody have any questions, I thank your valuable realization. Thank you very much. And to all the devotees circle पतितानां पावनेभ्यो वैष्णवेभ्यो नमो नमः। अनंत कोटि वैष्णव वृंद की जय। अग्रेश कलाशुदा माताजी की जय। Thank you so much, Mataji.
Ananta Koti Vaishnava Vrinda ki jai. Thank you so much. Hare Krishna.
This session is no longer being recorded.
Thank you, Mataji. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna. Thank you. Hare Krishna. Thank you.
Thank you, Krishna. Thank you, Mataji. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna.